I got a message earlier asking what equipment is needed to make quality beats, so I decided to do a video walking y'all through my setup to show y'all the tools that I use. My number one weapon of choice is the MPC 2000. It's a whole bunch of sequencers you can get, like software based, Logic, Ableton, Pro Tools. I mean, it's a whole bunch of them, but me personally, I done crashed one desktop and 2 laptops and lost a whole bunch of stuff. So it's been real reliable. I can control 32 MIDI channels, 64 tracks. I mean, I do hip hop, so I don't need too much more than that. It does have its cons though. I hear a lot of people talking about their screens getting lines in it and completely going out. They don't make screens no more, so I don't know. I haven't had a problem with it in 12 years. My screen is still crispy. You know, I guess it all depends on how you treat your machine and how much you use it. But if you do decide to get an MPC, visit mpctutor.com. It's a whole bunch of tutorials and tips, tricks, and a whole bunch of people over there that know what they're doing. So the MPC 2000 is also a 16-bit CD quality drum sampler, so you can plug up your turntable, your TV, laptop, CD player, whatever, sample into it, chop it up, rearrange it, filter it, layer it, whatever you want to do, and make your own arrangements out of those samples. The MPC was originally intended just to be a drum sampler, so it don't have the ADSR envelope, it just got the A and the D, the attack and the decay. So I bought a few other samplers to fill in the blanks of the stuff that I needed on the MPC. Now my MPC is not expanded with the 8 outs. It does not have the effects in it, so I found it necessary to buy other samplers over the years. I bought a S1000 HD, it got XLR inputs, I can resample on it, I can time stretch things that I couldn't do on the MPC. Also bought a S900 for the 12-bit crunch that everybody talk about. It's like a grimier sound, like an early 90s hip-hop type feel. And I got a S3000 XL, which is pretty much identical to the MPC 2000, but it has the EV16 effects card installed, so I got it set up through my mixer as an effects processor. Everybody got their own little rules. Some people won't sample from CD or MP3. Some people will. Some people take it as far as to sample from YouTube. I mean, to each his own. But me, I dig into crates. Hence the title, Digital Krates. I sample analog shit. You know, that's just what I do. So all you need is a turntable and a DJ mixer or anything with a preamp on it. You sample the sounds into the MP and you do your thing. But like I said, you know, to each his own. Sample whatever the fuck you want to. Whatever got outs that you can put in the end, sample it. If you plan on making hip hop, dance, or any other sample-based music, that's all you need is a sample source, i.e. turntable and a mixer, or a CD player or iPod, whatever. Something to sample on, and something to arrange your sample. So sequencer, sampler, sample source, that's all you need. But if you play instruments, keyboards, or whatever, you might want to get yourself a MIDI controller or a synthesizer, and that's where these come in. I get the majority of my sounds from rolling modules. I got a XV5050 and a JV1080. I also have a XB10 keyboard, which was really a waste of my money. I paid like $500 for it, and it didn't stack up. But I also have a Oberheim Eclipse, this old suitcase piano. When I was using it, I was running the sounds through my Korg MS2000B, and it sounded pretty good with the onboard effects and the patches I had in my MS2000. But I spilled water on it and I ain't turned it on since, so right now it's just nice to look at. I plan on doing a whole video on this controller, so I'm not gonna speak too much on it, but basically anything that got a MIDI out can be used as a keyboard controller. So to each his own there. If you don't have that much equipment and you ain't running that many outputs, then you don't need a big mixer. But if you plan on expanding, you might as well get as big as you think you're gonna need ahead of time instead of wasting your money. So I got the Mackie CFX 16 mixer. It's 16 channels, got a built-in effects processor, nice EQ on it. It has phantom power to run condenser microphone, and that's all I need. I mean, that's it.
One beef, meet me in the street. We swallow your teeth, bro, suck meat, and we can't really heat. Then you get covered with sheets when we making you leave. When in your mouth don't speak.
As far as DAW is concerned, I still use an old rolling 8-track, so I ain't in no position to get nobody no advice. Just to recap, it ain't the machine, it's the man using the machine. Me personally, I like to sample, as I said before. So all I need is a belt drive turntable because I don't scratch. So that's like 80, 90 bucks. Give me a 2-channel mixer, another 80, 90 bucks. An MPC 2000, you can probably get one on eBay, anywhere between like, what, I pay $300 to $500 for one and working. Everything else, shit, it's on you. Synthesizers, there's a whole bunch of new stuff out since I bought my equipment, so I'm not really the one to ask. I can just tell you what I got and what I like, and that's what I got and that's what I like. So peace out. Thanks for watching.